Hello dear students, today we are going to start with the topic of techniques of principles of scientific management. In the previous class we studied regarding the principles of scientific management. Now these techniques are going to be useful while implementing any of the principles of scientific management. Now just a brief revision of principles of scientific management. Mr. Taylor, he suggested that principles of scientific management should be followed as in all the things should be done in a very logical manner. Proper amount of decision should be taken instead of following all the things blindly. So he came up with the principles of scientific management. And here certain techniques are being given to you to solve the same. That is to implement the principles of scientific management. Now what is that? So very first is time study. अब हमें टाइम स्टडी क्या बताता है? टाइम स्टडी सजेस्ट that whenever we are going to do any kind of a work, certain amount of a set standard should be there. यानी कि जब भी हम कोई काम करते हैं प्रॉपर एक स्टैंडर्डाइज टाइम के अंदर ये काम कंप्लीट होना चाहिए. सो दिस हाउ व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन कि हम जब भी कोई काम करें, अगर हम प्रॉपर स्टैंडर्ड्स के साथ काम करें, एक स्टैंडर्डाइज टाइम के साथ काम करें, तो विल कम टू नो दैट हाउ मच प्रोडक्शन, हाउ एवरी टाइम हाउ मच अमाउंट ऑफ प्रोडक्टिविटी इज गोइंग टू गेट हैपन. और दूसरा ये हमें पता चलता है कि दूसरे एम्प्लॉयज़ कितने, हम सारे एम्प्लॉयज़ को जब अगर काम दें तो एक एम्प्लॉय कितने टाइम पीरियड के अंदर इतना काम खत्म कर सकता है. सो दैट इज व्हाई वन शुड फॉलो द टाइम स्टडी. सो टाइम रेगुलेशन शुड बी देयर. सेकेंड पॉइंट इज मोशन स्टडी. मोशन स्टडी बताता है दैट अननेसेसरी मूवमेंट should be removed. That is कि अगर हम लोग कोई एम्प्लॉयज़ मानो अगर कोई एक्स्ट्रा टाइम वेस्ट करे या फिर कुछ मूवमेंट्स ज़्यादा है which should not be happen, right? जिसकी वजह से बहुत ज़्यादा हमारा टाइम डिले हो सकता है, काम करने के लिए कुछ डिले हो सकता है. इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग फॉर द सेम, वन शुड लुक आफ्टर द साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट प्रिंसिपल्स. और वो फॉलो करने के लिए ये टेक्निक दिया कि अननेसेसरी मूवमेंट शुड बी रिमूव्ड. If to and fro, if many of the members are like moving here and there और machines को लेकर के बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है, इधर उधर आना जाना या whatever may be the situation. So because of that, if the time is being wasted, automatically what is going to happen? That employees will get slowed down. So he believed that motion study should be followed. And the other thing was that about the fatigue study. अब fatigue मतलब that is a boredom. अगर एम्प्लॉयज़ काम करते करते बोर हो जाए या फिर दे आर टेकिंग टाइम मच मोर अमाउंट ऑफ अ टाइम बिकॉज ऑफ द बोर्डम, राइट? सो व्हाट शुड बी डन दैट प्रॉपर अमाउंट ऑफ अ ब्रेक शुड बी गिवन इन बिटवीन. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ अ मोशन स्टडी कि अगर एम्प्लॉयज़ मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम के लिए काम करते हैं, दे शुड बी प्रोवाइडेड विद द प्रॉपर अमाउंट ऑफ ब्रेक्स एंड एवरीथिंग. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ऑटोमेटिकली द वर्क लेवल दैट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव विल बी अचीव्ड ईजीली. थर्ड पॉइंट सजेस्ट डिफरेंशियल वेज रेट स्टडी. डिफरेंशियल का मीनिंग है डिफरेंट, दैट इज एक दूसरे से अलग. वेजेस मतलब दैट इज द डे टू डे पेमेंट्स, और वन कैन से द अदर नेम फॉर दिस, दैट इज आप या तो एवरी डे यू आर बीइंग पेड और वीकली यू आर बीइंग पेड और twice I mean after 2 days you are being paid. That is into the wage rate study. Okay, so अब differential wage rate study का मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका सिंपल मीनिंग ये है कि सब एम्प्लॉयज़ जो जितना लेवल पे जो जितना अच्छा काम करेगा, दे शुड बी पेड मोर देन द अदर. सो दैट इज इनटू द डिफरेंशियल वेज रेट स्टडी. यानी कि अगर इफ यू आर प्रूविंग योरसेल्फ बेटर देन द अदर, ऑटोमेटिकली यू शुड बी पेड मोर. So what will happen? There won't be any kind of a confusion, and each and every employee will try to provide their best. So this is the techniques of principles of scientific management. So by applying these principles, achievement of scientific management principles becomes easy. Now in the next topic we are going to study regarding the Henry Fayol. So now Henry Fayol, if we talk about him, he is considered as a father of a general management. अब हेनरी फ्योल जो थे वो फ्रेंच इंजीनियर थे, एंड ही वाज एन इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, and based on his experience and knowledge, Fayol presented this principles of management. So now Henry Fayol gave 14 principles of management. So these principles are very important, and it is going to be very helpful in the day-to-day business and in the day-to-day life also. That is for the business applications. This is going to be very helpful. So now what are they? Now we'll study. So very first is division of work. हेनरी फ्योल के फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल था डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क. डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क का मीनिंग दैट इज द वर्क शुड बी डिवाइडेड प्रॉपर्ली. Work should be divided properly means that is what is going to happen if the work is divided. We get the specialized amount of a knowledge out of everyone. That is, अगर आप एक ही काम रोज करते हो, automatically what is going to get happen? You will be specialized into that particular part, and automatically you will be able to provide with the best result. So division of work, जिसको जो काम दिया जाएगा वो काम continuity के basis पे करेगा. And the specialized work will be availed after that, and everyone the expertise knowledge also can be availed because of the division of the work. Then second comes the principle of authority and responsibility. Here I have tried to explain you with the help of figure. I have given figures for each and every of the principles, so it will make your work very easy. So principle of authority and responsibility. Now what is authority and what is responsibility? Authority means power and responsibility means the duty. Now whenever you are allotting someone a work with the proper amount, that is you are allotting the duties to someone, but you are not allotting any of the power, what is going to get happen? The employees will be least interested to do the same. यानी अगर आप किसी को काम देते हो but you are not giving any kind of authority या कोई power नहीं दिया, so what is going to get happen? Employees they do not get motivated to do the work. So it is very important कि आप authority और responsibility दोनों चीज को balance करो. So because of that the ultimate results are going to achieve. So division of work is for the specialization kind of a work, and principle of authority and responsibility is for the duties and the powers. Then third point is principle of a discipline. Now the discipline suggests that proper amount of obedience of rules and regulations should be maintained. That is, हम अगर कंपनी में सब एम्प्लॉयज को प्रॉपरली डिसिप्लिन में रखे, so what is going to get happen? Employees proper rules and regulations भी फॉलो करेंगे. Now in many of the companies they follow certain discipline, जैसे कि whenever they enter into the company they have to keep their mobile phones aside. मोबाइल फोन साइड पे रखने का मीनिंग क्या हुआ? That people won't get distracted, right? So it is very important to follow certain amount of a thing. So that is in a principle of a discipline. ये एक तरीके से आप काम ले सकते हो. Not necessary that everyone follows the same, but yes, principle of discipline का meaning हर एक कंपनी के अपने certain rules and regulations होते हैं, and they follow it in their own manner. Then comes the unity of command. अब unity of command हमें क्या suggest करता है? That each subordinate should receive order and is accountable to one superior. मतलब कि एक boss और बाकी employees, यानी सब employees they are answerable to only one boss and not to many of the superiors. इससे क्या होगा? You are given a proper figure over here, that is right approach. अगर एक employer बाकी सबको duties and authorities assign करे तो it will be easy for the employees, they won't get confused. And wrong approach क्या बोलता है? Wrong approach suggests that many of the people, okay, everyone is trying to give a lot of work to the employees, and because of that problems occur, that is confusion occurs into the employees. So that should be followed. Right approach according to him is that one should give the proper amount of decisions and authorities, and the work allotment should be done by one single authority. Then comes unity of a direction. अब unity of direction, one figure is being given to you. Unity of direction मतलब जब भी employees को काम allot किया जाए, it should be like department wise, यानी कि one head one plan. Yeah, department wise the work should be given instead of confusing the other. Marketing इधर आके सबको काम दे या प्रोडक्शन उधर जाके काम दे, it should not be like that. So proper one department and one plan, that is one head and one plan should be over there. So that is in a unity of direction. So because of that it will be easy and there won't be again any kind of a confusion into the work. Then comes subordination of individual interest to general interest. Now if we talk about this topic, subordination of individual to general मतलब जो कंपनी का aim है, that should be the aim of the total all the employees. That is one individual interest. Individual is the main, the one who is running with the company. जो employer का aim है, that should be the aim of all the employees. यानी कि ultimate objective of each and every person will be the same. Then next comes remuneration of the employees. Remuneration of the employees means that when the employees are doing well in their job, they should be paid accordingly. अगर employees अच्छा काम करते हैं तो employees को proper amount of a bonus should be paid. It should be given to them. Now, the timely wages, the timely salaries should be they are supposed to get. So employees के लिए ये बहुत ज़्यादा important है, और ये करने के reason ये है, अगर remuneration, because they are the asset to the company, and if the employees are being paid well, automatically what will happen? Employees, they'll be motivated to do the work, and they won't leave the unit also. Then centralization and decentralization. Centralization का मतलब क्या हुआ? That one authority, okay, he is the only one who is going to take all kind of charge. That is, he will be the one who will be taking all kind of a decision. No work will be divided. That is, no authorities will be divided. Whereas decentralization क्या suggest करता है? That the authority and responsibility will be divided. That is, delegation of authority will be done into each and every department. तो सिंपल सेंट्रलाइजेशन कहाँ पे फॉलो किया जाता है? जहाँ पे यूनिट बहुत छोटा है, जहाँ पे वर्क अलॉट करने की, वर्क डिवाइड करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. अगर एक हेड सारे डिसीजंस ले तो दैट विल बी इनफ. एंड डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन कहाँ पे फॉलो किया जा सकता है? जहाँ पर हम देखें कि कंपनी ज़्यादा बड़ी है और वहाँ पर काम अलॉट करना इज़ वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट. So over there decentralization is supposed to be followed. So now here the principle suggests कि it should be done accordingly. अगर unit is too big, if there are more number of employees, then the employer should allot the work in a proper manner. Then comes scalar chain. Now scalar chain here suggests that authority and responsibility, that is authority, should pass from top to bottom. यानी कि अगर आप कुछ भी inform करना चाहो तो it should be in a proper kind of a format. A to B to C to D, and if they want to report something, then it should flow from bottom to top. So scalar chain, either it goes from top to bottom or from bottom to top. Then principle of order. Principle of order suggests that each and everything should be at its proper place, whether it be a material or whether it be any of the individual. So everything should be at a proper place. So principle of order मतलब कि आप हर एक चीज़ को it should be properly organized in a proper organized way. हर एक एम्प्लॉय भी अपनी जगह पे हो और सबकी एक proper place fix हो. Every raw material should be also at the proper places. Why these things are supposed to be done? ताकि किसी को भी कोई confusion ना रहे. Whenever if someone is here to meet in the company, to meet any of the employees, it will be easy for them कि every time वो इसी जगह पे है. Okay, and the raw materials or any of the thing बार बार जगह change करने से you do not remember that particular thing. So principle of order should be followed. Then next is principle of equity. Now principle of equity suggests that everything, there should be equality. Equality among what? So equality among the individuals, that is the male and female also. Equality among the caste, into the nationality or any of the thing. There should be proper amount of equality between each and every individual. So equality should be maintained. What will happen because of that? So now here the picture is being given. There is many more things into this particular thing. That is कि हमें हर जगह when the employees are working with us, तो हर एक employee को they should be paid accordingly. That is male female में भी कोई differences नहीं होना चाहिए, nationality के ऊपर भी नहीं, caste के ऊपर भी नहीं. There should not be any kind of a differences between any of the persons. Then comes stability of personnel tenure. So stability of personnel tenure suggests personnel matlab employees and tenure is the time period. So when the employees are working into any of the unit, employees should be done. What is supposed to be done? There should be a stability. यानी कि वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा time period के लिए company में कैसे रहें. So that is the most important task. So for that, what is supposed to be done? Stability purpose के लिए employees should be given a certain amount of a promotions also. Then bonus and everything should be given. अगर employees ज़्यादा period of time के लिए company में continue करते हैं, so automatically company का एक prestige company की भी एक value बढ़ती है. Because employees when they are satisfied, automatically customers भी ये चीज़ों को देखते हैं, they become satisfied. So stability of personnel tenure is very much important. And the principle of initiative, it suggests that all the employees should be should get the right to give their ideas or suggestions to the unit. If the employees even they can give their suggestions, automatically there will be a harmonious kind of a relation into the unit. So that is considered as a principle of initiative. यानी कि अगर employer they accept the suggestions of the employees, automatically what will happen, employees they feel motivated and they feel that they are also a part of a company and they are the one who जो ये हमेशा फोकस करते हैं कि अगर हमारी कंपनी हमारे लिए कुछ कर रही है, इवन वी शुड डू समथिंग एंड व्हेन वी आर डूइंग इट ऑन अ सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ अ थिंग, व्हेन द एम्प्लॉइज आर डूइंग ऑन द रेगुलर बेसिस, सो दे गेट एक्सपीरियंस, दे बिकम एक्सपीरियंस्ड and they automatically they are the one who is ready to give certain amount of a suggestion. So principle of initiative. Then next comes last one is esprit de corps. Esprit de corps is a feeling of oneness. Feeling of oneness क्या suggest करता है? There should be a harmonious relation. That is कि हमें सब employees हम सब को एक साथ मिलके काम करना चाहिए. So that is into the esprit de corps. That if everyone follows, everyone is working all together, सबका मोटिव भी एक है और सब अगर एक साथ मिलके काम करें, it will be easy to achieve the objective of the business. So these were the 14 principles of management given by Henry Fayol. So over here he completely believes that from top to bottom everyone should get a proper amount of a benefit. यानी कि ये देखते हैं top level management के point of view से, but they are trying to provide the best benefits to the employees as well. That is, there should be a harmonious relation between the employer and the employees. Then moving further, the last topic is about contribution of Peter F. Drucker. Now Peter F. Drucker is called as a father of a modern management, and he was a well-known managerial leader and was also a famous writer, philosopher and an educator. And the major contribution lies in the human resource management, marketing management and the stress management. So Peter F. Drucker जो कि कंसिडर किए जाते हैं फादर ऑफ अ मॉडर्न मैनेजमेंट, इन्होंने भी बहुत सारे व्यू पॉइंट्स मैनेजमेंट को लेकर बहुत सारे व्यू पॉइंट्स दिए हैं, जिसमें से सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट दैट इज ही ऑलवेज बिलीव्ड इनटू द ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट. दैट इज एम्प्लॉयज़ के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जितना भी ज़्यादा फोकस किया जाए, दैट देयर शुड बी अ हार्मोनियस रिलेशन इनटू द यूनिट. Employer employee they should respect each other and there should be harmony into the unit. Marketing management, stress management is all about that proper relation should be generated between the employer and the employees, and because of this particular thing the company's objective can be easily achieved. अगर कंपनी को benefits earn करने हैं तो पूरे चैप्टर में पूरे कंप्लीट चैप्टर में हम यही सीखते हैं दैट कि अगर कंपनी को ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स अचीव करना हो, प्रॉफिट अर्न करना हो, तो वन शुड लुक आफ्टर द अदर, दैट इज एम्प्लॉयर एंड द एम्प्लॉयज. दे शुड मेंटेन सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ अ सर्टेन गुड रिलेशन विद ईच अदर एंड दिस हाउ द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स आर बीइंग अचीव्ड. सो this was about the chapter, and the last topic was about a contribution of Peter F. Drucker. So thank you.